What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed your weekend. I had me a nice little weekend, but the problem is I cannot seem to find my passport, and I really need to find it because I couldn't go out or, hang out at a bar or anything because I didn't have my passport and my ID is at Brandon's house. And Brandon is at school, so, I just had a little tough weekend because of that.
Where's your wallet?
But, no, I don't have a wallet. I just carry my debit card, my ID.
Where do you carry it?
In my pocket. I just go on because I don't have nothing else to carry. I just go in about my business, But I couldn't find it, so I couldn't.
I think me and you carry the same thing. Yep, debit card, ID, money.
But I don't use nothing else.
Neither
you got a lot of cards.
I mean, it's good to have a wallet because see my ID.
Yeah, I do have. My wallet is in there, but I don't. I don't use it.
And money.
We got a lot of money in there.
It's all once.
Like strip club. I knew it.
It was a busy weekend for me.
But let me tell you how. Oh, make sure y'all like this video first of all, and share this video on Facebook and Twitter. Let me tell y'all how I got into a fight on Saturday night.
Verbal.
No, a fight.
That's it. It's wait. Let's go on TV. It's all. Who are you fighting? You're not telling me at no club.
No, I was fighting at somebody's house. Get all of your life.
Were you drinking?
We all were drinking. And let me tell you what started this fight. Somebody was so upset that I didn't want to hear reggae music. So he took it upon himself to walk over and punch me in the face. When I say he punched me in the face,
because you didn't want to hear reggae music.
Because I did not want to hear reggae music.
And there got to be more to the story.
I promise. Guess whose house I was at?
Do I know the people?
Yes.
Is it a person or people?
A person. Well, the couple. I was at Raul's house. Now,
same house that I told you to keep your ass from. No shade to you, Raul. But the same house that you keep your ass from.
Let me tell you what happened. So because I couldn't find my ID, he's like, Kevin, well, you always want to come to my house. So I get in the Uber car for the first time. I took a Uber somewhere. No, it was actually came to $10 to go all the way to where he lived at.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness.
Let me ask you a question. Is it true that they allow you to pick the kind of car you want?
Yeah, you get to pick whatever kind of car. They got Uber X, they got Uber XL, they got like the little sedan driver or whatever. Not a sedan, it's one of them luxury cars. You get all different kind of cars to pick from.
And it's all the same price?
No, they different prices, but
if you feeling bad.
Yes, but I ain't feeling bad. I just need a quick ride to go here to there. But it's not a taxi service. It's real people that come and pick you up. But see, the thing about this is you don't have to give them no money. And I got an Uber code for y'all. You don't have to give them no money, okay? Because everything is done from your credit card account.
Right. So when you order the Uber, we're going to get back to the fight in a minute. But when you order the car, you do all that just like if you're paying for Uber tickets. Like you do it all.
You put in your location and you put where you want to go. Yeah. Or you go on your phone and you tell them where you want to go. Once they tell you where you want to go, they'll be like, your price is going to be.
Now, when you say on your phone, not talking to somebody.
No, you use the app. And it'll tell you like this fare is going to be between $8 and $11
because they do it by distance.
Okay. So they're like, do you want to do it? And I say yes. As soon as you press yes, that driver is going to get to your house. They probably like he's 5 minutes away.
I know that's right.
So the Uber driver was like, is this Kevin? I was like, yes. And he's like, I'll be at your house in 7 minutes. So I said, okay.
So let me ask you a question. I know I keep asking all these questions. So when they pull up, because I first found out about Uber last summer, the day before the On the Run tour, I can remember so well because it was me, Big John, and Ty, and Beyonce's hairstylist, and we were walking from their hotel to the club. And Bejan was just telling me about Uber and whatever the case may be. Well, he was telling me about Uber before we saw them, and then when we got there, he was like, I was telling Mikhail about Uber, this and the third, and I was like, well, I don't need Uber because I have a car. Like, why the hell would I need that? And Ty said, no, Uber. He was like, it's really good. He was like, a lot of people use Uber, and he was like, it's when you go out of town and this, that, and the third. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's like a expensive hack.
Yeah.
It's a hack.
Yeah, it's a hack. Like they sit outside and wait for you at the supermarket.
Right.
So,
but it's nicer. So when they pull up and you come out, do they actually get out and open the door for you?
Well, he didn't. I just opened up the door. And I got in just like I was in the taxi cab. And
if they come, big get me.
I know you scared of the damn taxi drivers, so you ain't getting no ride.
No, I catch the cab in New York City and I'm cautious about it.
This is the thing, though. You can rate the drivers. Mm-hmm. So if you had a bad service, you can rate them. Maybe they might get fired. I don't know. Or and they can rate you as a passenger. So it all goes hand in hand. I like this kind of service.
Are you allowed to tip them?
Yes, I tip them.
So I feel as though I have another question about Uber, but I don't really know exactly. Was the car nice?
Like car was nice. It was nice and clean.
Do they come regular clothes or
they just drivers.
They just come to you up in a nice car.
And I believe they do background checks on their drivers too.
Good, they better.
So
this is what I'm going to do.
But yeah, so Uber was nice, and I have a code where you can get your first ride up to $30. All you have to do is use my code. It's going to be inside the more info box, so make sure y'all use it.
So back to the party.
So I get to the party. First of all, I felt bad going to someone's house because I didn't have a bottle next to his food. And that's the first thing I said. I apologize. Oh no, Kevin, it's cool. And I was just like, all of these people, because he had a bunch of people there, and he was like, they were straight people. And I was like, okay. But I interacted, with some of the females. I don't mess around with, with the straight guys, and especially if I don't know you, I'm not just striking up no conversation with you like that, because I don't want you to feel like I might be trying to push up on you or something like that. So we having a good time, and then all of a sudden, like, they was looking for something to play. So I was like, well, y'all need to pull up the Spotify, and I could put something on. I picked something. Then, like, as we enjoying the song, he comes and changes to the reggae song.
Who's the hit?
The guy,
some guy.
I don't know, but I knew what he looked like.
Wait, this was so you went to the party by yourself?
I went there to his house by myself because I was supposed to meet up with Sharon, but I couldn't find my ID. I did, right. So I just ended up going to Raul's house. So after I changed the music, after we enjoying the song, he changes it to this reggae music, and then he starts to go off, and I'm like, I don't want to hear this reggae stuff. Soon as I said that, he walks over, because me and Raul was right here, and go right in my face. And I mean, it was a good ass punch. But wait a minute, what did Raul say? First of all, you're in my house. Yeah, in my house. That's just plain no disrespect. He went off. Then Ali came. I didn't know where he came from. But he's like, ain't gonna be no fighting in my house. When he came back to me, I got him pretty good times. And that's when it was over. It was over. Because I was gonna get my hit back, but you ain't gonna just get me. So Raul grabs me. Ali grabs the other guy, and I just was like, all right, that's it.
For me,
I didn't leave.
I would have been so hurt just sitting in there that somebody actually punched me.
Yes, and
I don't like.
And they went off because somebody was fighting in their house. I mean, they were going off about that.
Naturally, you don't fight. But there's two things you don't do in people's houses: steal and fight.
Yes,
don't do that.
And guess what?
Steal out nobody's house.
And guess what I did? I still shook this person's hand, and we tried to talk about what happened. This is the first time I was drunk. Yes, he was drunk. Everybody was drunk. But I'm trying to you can't. Like I told him, you just can't be walking up to nobody and hitting them because they don't like what you like.
That just gave me a headache.
Yes, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I said, Raul, you don't have to keep apologizing, right? It's over with. It happened. It happened. I tried not to fight in your house, but when he came back, yeah. That's it. But I was still over it that you hit me. Bitch, that was a good ass punch because I didn't see it coming. I did not.
Well, I don't think anybody would have seen that coming, especially if he didn't say nothing. He just walked in and punched you.
Yes, but yeah, that was besides the Super Bowl, that was my crazy weekend. But
I don't go to people's houses.
But I did my own house. I do want to say something about the video that y'all watched on Friday. Y'all went off. Y'all blew up my Twitter, blew up some of my Instagram. Some people sent me inboxes. I just want y'all to know, Mikkel and I, yes, we are. We work together on videos and stuff like that. We've been doing this shit for 7 years. That's a long time. When you make a video, sometimes the energy is not going to be the same, on every video. And Friday just happened to be one of those videos where, it just didn't look right. And I apologize to y'all for that, but it's just still so crazy that y'all think that, somebody is leaving and everybody just comes up with their theories about, what's going on. And we don't need that. I don't care who you like better, who should go. Every video's not going to be the same. Just like you watch The View. Sometimes they're on and sometimes they're off. And then the next day, they come back like, bitch, ain't nothing happened the day before. It is what it is. We don't need y'all to be going in the comments, going back and forth, and fighting with each other over what y'all think happened. It's not none of your business. But I do think the one happened. I don't know. You tell me.
I was here. I do. I shouldn't ate that steak today.
So everything we're fine. I just want y'all to know that. No, I have to read.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying about for me. Yeah. This way, I'm oblivious to things that go on, so I don't know about it until I come on the show and you tell me about it. Yeah. Other than that,
okay. Yeah, so they went off for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm just glad that people still like the video itself. The thumbs down wasn't that crazy. So thank you all. But something serious happened over the weekend that I want to get into now, and that is with Bobbi Kristina. All I know is because I woke up late Saturday afternoon, and when I woke up, I was seeing these tweets about Bobbi Kristina and her being found in a bathtub, and she was found face down, and that she was unconscious, and she was found in the tub by her husband Nick Gordon and one of his friends, and that she's at the hospital and they don't know what's going on. And the first thing I do is I go to people's Twitters to find out if there's any clues, or something you could get from that situation. And I know I seen some tweets where she was saying she was on her own and she was saying some tweets about her mom or whatever. But I just feel bad. I feel bad about the whole situation on what happened because it's so eerie because her mother was found in the tub. And now 3 years later, almost to the damn day, 2 weeks shy, we're finding out about what happened to Bobbi Kristina, and it's just so sad. It's so sad, and I keep thinking about something I said in a video a long time ago about her disrespecting her grandmother, and if she keep doing it, I'm I really hope I didn't spark that. But it's just, I just feel bad for her. I really feel bad for her because she was really going through it. And you did have people trying to help her. It wasn't nobody wasn't trying to help her. And she just didn't want the help. And I feel like Pat Houston enabled Bobbi too much. You got this girl drinking in your house, smoking whatever she want to do. Y'all didn't really give her that support that she really needed. So I just feel bad about the whole situation. You can go.
I just, pray for her. That's all you can do is just pray for her. Hope that she comes out of this situation that she's in, especially in the hospital. And, if she does make it, God willing, hopefully she'll come to her senses, because she hasn't been on the up and up since her mom has passed. But I think it has a lot to do with not just Pat Houston. I don't want to blame it all on Pat Houston. I think she had a lot. I think Whitney enabled her as well. I had this conversation today at work. Bobby Christina, especially watching that reality show, she was just too comfortable with doing a lot of things around her adult family members that most of us would never do or even attempt to do. And I got the impression that she's comfortable doing that because she was doing it around her mother. And anytime you're comfortable with doing certain things around your parents and your parents allow you to get away with it, then who the hell are you, aunt or uncle, to tell me no when my mom and dad was telling me yes? Yeah, I heard that, Jeff. I tried to overtalk. I did. I tried to overtalk. So, it's like a lot of things I think Whitney enabled. Like, Bobby, Christina, and Whitney were mother and daughter, but I also think that they were girlfriends, too. When Whitney died, a few days before she died, when we see her all at the club and stuff, she was with her daughter. And at that time, Bobby was only, 18 at the time? Why? It's just a lot of things that I can't really necessarily blame on her aunt and uncle. You got to put some of the blame on her mother, too, because that was not just her mother. That was her girlfriend, too. And they treated and acted, like that. So, hopefully she allows her grandmother to give her that love, that grandmotherly love. Hopefully she allows Sissy to do that because...
And that's if she pulls
that's the closest she's going to get to her mother, is her grandmother.
And they were saying, like, it's not looking really good.
No.
And then when I seen Kim Burrell say it, I was like, oh yeah,
especially don't tell how long she was even in that bathtub before they came and found her. Like, it's just sad. It really is sad.
Very sad. And some people was making jokes. Like some people, I ain't saying y'all, but some people could just be very immature to a lot of stuff. Like that girl was in a lot of pain and she's been hurting. And maybe she was I don't know. Maybe I don't even know. I can't even say, but it's just so eerie to be in a damn bathtub the same way your mother, it happened to your mother. So we send our condolences out to, the family. I hope that she can pull through. But even if she does pull through, I don't think she's going to be right because they were saying that she lost a lot of oxygen to her brain. It's just bad. It's just bad. So y'all pray for the Brown Houston family. It's just so sad. It's so sad to even talk about it because, like, you don't want to talk like that about Bobby Christina. We just want her to get help. And we all want her to get help. And it's just unfortunate that, this had to happen. But if she recovers and makes a full recovery, that's a blessing. And, if she comes out of that whole thing, I hope that she really changes her life around. So, let's get to the next thing. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Serena Williams because she won her 19th Grand Slam championship. And we're talking about a woman that's 33 years old. Serena, you are just doing the damn thing. You've been the #1 tennis player for over 2 years or almost 2 years now. And you did that in style. I don't know how much money she won from this, but she now becomes the #2 player in the Open era to win the most Grand Slams and #3 overall, like before the Open era. So congratulations to Serena Williams. I just wanted to give her a shout out on that. And today we just seen on Twitter that Tiana Taylor came at Portia Williams because listen, all of these people, everybody is selling clothes and stuff, but I don't think that it's right that people are selling clothes with other people's song lyrics and all of that on there. I don't think that that's right. And, I wasn't mad at Beyonce coming at these companies like, bitch, that one is going off. And I wasn't mad that Beyonce came at some of these companies selling, like, some of her lyrics and selling stuff with her name on it or close to her name. She's like, I will shut this shit down.
You're making money off of my stuff. And you didn't even get my permission.
Okay? So she was over, and some people's calling her baby, coming at the small companies. No, that's not the right thing to do.
That's money.
Yeah, you taking money out of my pocket.
Right.
When Beyonce seen them other girls doing that shit, then she started selling. She like, no, I'm gonna make my money back, bitch. You ain't gonna get me. So Nene did something with some clothing line, and the clothing line got mad at her and was like, you can't be stealing our stuff. Like, we're gonna sue. And now Portia, she posted a shirt called Unbothered, and she's like, yeah, you can start buying it. It comes out February 8th. And Tiana Taylor like, oh no, bitch.
She went straight to her Twitter.
Yes, she said you won't be selling the goddamn thing because I own this thing legally.
And then she told her, and you follow me, so I know you know. So she told her, I saw it because I sent it. Oh, you don't think I did? Oh, you don't think I did? How about this? Yes, I did. This is what she told her verbatim. Portia said, coming soon, February 8th, Unbothered. And Tiana Taylor said, no, it will not be coming out. No, it will not be coming out because Unbothered is my clothing line legally as well, and you follow me, so I'm sure you know what it is. So you should take this down. Pussy.
She ain't put that one.
Oh, that's how I read it.
I want to know if Portia going to respond.
No, she's going to take it down, and she's not going to sell it because if she sells it, she's going to get a nice fat lawsuit. Yeah. And I don't think Portia got the money.
Well, she got that African man he can pay for. You know.
Portia must got some good stuff.
To get bags and cars.
Get bags and cars and
whatever she wants. She got, and she had a hairline. You know, I don't know if any of y'all bought any of it.
I'm in the wrong business.
I can't sell no hair. Kevin Simmons hair.
You cannot.
Sure, that wouldn't be right. So,
I'm in the wrong business.
Suge Mother effing Knight. Okay, every time we hear about Suge Knight, he's always in something with somebody. You would think that Suge Knight would be sitting down somewhere.
Yeah.
But he just can't. He just can't. And I ain't talking about it because I didn't think it was newsworthy where he got upset. Him and Cat Williams was somewhere and somebody was taking pictures of them and he broke the camera or whatever and they tried to take him to court. And I believe the judge threw it out because they was like, no, I would have done the same thing. You know I'm a celebrity. Why keep taking pictures of me with children or something like that? So now we find out that they're doing a movie, the NWA movie. I believe they call it Straight Outta Compton. And he had got into it with somebody. I don't know if I don't remember if it was the same people. Long story short, he got in his car, ran two people over. Okay, killed one of them because this is what they said happened. That he ran them over. He ran the guy over and then rolled the car back over the guy's head and then went back forward again. So he died on the scene. That person died on the scene, and the other guy, I think he just had like minor injuries. And Suge Knight, it took him like that night for him to turn himself in. And I was reading that he didn't know that he had hit somebody. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. They said that they have some video allegedly.
He didn't know he hit somebody.
He said he didn't know he hit somebody.
Let me tell you something. I had a bird once, and I thought it was the strangest thing in the world because I hit this bird. It was a bunch of birds in the middle of the street eating whatever the hell they were eating. And I was driving down the street, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to get the hell out the way. Well, as I got close enough, I did. As I got close enough, they did start flying off. But it was so many that one of them got caught up, I guess, in the whole flock of it all, that I hit that bird. And I felt my tire run over this bird. Well, I looked through my mirror, and sure enough, this was so crazy. Sure enough, as the other birds were still flying, this one bird was in the middle of the street, and all you saw was the feathers. I said, oh my God. I knew I hit this bird. He didn't know he hit a person.
Allegedly. Because he ain't coming from me.
Allegedly, he didn't know he hit somebody.
Sure, I just wish that he would have laid low instead of just always, every time we hear about him, he's in something. And I remember he got shot in the glove 6 times. This is like what? At a Chris Brown thing. And that's another reason why Chris Brown needs to stop doing these club appearances. Just stick to arenas and theaters. Don't do these bootleg ass places. Stop that. I need you to get your money in
somebody's club any damn way.
Performing.
Chris Brown, you can go to an arena. You are big enough to fill up an arena.
And just so y'all know, sometimes I get stuff wrong. So it wasn't that it was a Chris Brown and Trey Songz album. It's a Chris Brown and Tiger album. So I just want to correct myself because a lot of y'all got me together. All right, I messed up one name. I knew they was all on tour together. Damn. So people love to tell you when you're wrong.
Don't I know?
So today I watched this Justin J video. Y'all know I've been watching Justin J for like a year now on YouTube, and he do his V-neck rules. He talk about all the shows and stuff, and he talks about what goes on in his life. That's something that I really don't do too much, but he makes his videos, and he's a great.
Please don't start when I'm sitting here.
What? I tell my life story. I ain't got time. I can do it by myself, okay? Don't do it. Yeah, it's just one snatch away.
It's alright. It's all.
Get shot. Alright.
You ain't supposed to say it off?
No.
I'm sitting there next to the I said it's too hot here.
I wasn't. Yeah, it is too. I shouldn't have that window. It's either too cold or too hot.
Yeah,
I'm mine. Who? The room up here. I'm I'm thinking about opening it.
It's like a fucking chimney up here. So, everything just rises up here.
So Justin J made this video. So he was watching this video of The Real, I believe, and what Tamar was saying, like had several seats, and they had some segment called Shade or No Shade. I don't know. I wasn't watching, but he just went off about how women always steal from the gays, but he made it the fact to just talk about, what Tamar has done, the phrase that she took from or borrowed from us, or took, I don't know.
Did he mention us?
Yes. Oh. That was what it was about. Like, he went off for 11 minutes and 30-something.
I haven't seen this video.
And he went off.
Did he break it down?
He broke it down. He broke down the hair several times.
What Beyonce said? Break it down. Break it down.
He went all the way in. And, my thing is, I think we done. I think we said a lot of what we wanted to say about the situation, what happened with Tamar, and I think we've done a lot. I think we said a lot.
We've said a lot, and we have said a lot. But I think the main thing that a lot of people are looking for is they don't 100% know why it is. So a lot of people, and because we've never said why, and she's never said why, a lot of people are assuming that they know why. And they're just throwing stuff out there. But we've never mentioned it.
And it's never important for us to say that.
No.
Because it's more than just the K. Michelle thing.
No, yeah.
It's more than that. Let me just say that.
That's not even, I think that's what broke the camel's back. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't the whole body of the camel. That was just something that just broke the back of the camel. But okay, that's done. But for me, I was over.
Let's save it. Let's just save it, because we got a book coming one day, and they can learn everything they want to know.
But let me tell you something. Just to make something very clear, I throw shade at every single body. I throw shade at my own mother when I get a chance to, okay? My mother, Tamar, Mariah Carey, Kevin, Beyonce, Michelle, Chris Brown, Kanye West, Jay-Z, the president, everybody gets a little bit shade from Mikkel, okay? I throw shade at everybody, okay? I don't want anybody to think that because I'm throwing shade at someone that naturally means I hate them. That does not mean that, because I don't hate anybody. I hate bone in my body, okay? I think I've made that clear on several videos. I don't hate anyone. And let me tell you something. One of these days, if God allowed all of us to sit in a room together and talk, I would have no problem with doing that. Me neither. I would have no problem with doing that. Because there's no hate in my heart towards her or anybody else. So I don't want anybody to think that, oh, he's always throwing shade. He always got something smart to say. Oh, why is he always doing that? Oh, he just well, he was friends with her this time, but now he's not friends, so now he want to throw child. I was throwing shade when we were friends. So it's like I just throw shade at everybody. I need that to be known, okay? I just have to have that known. I throw shade at people at church, okay? I throw shade at my first lady, and she catches it very well. She knows exactly what I'm throwing it, okay? But I just had to make that clear because everybody thinks that if you're throwing shade at somebody, particularly somehow you hate them. No, I don't hate her. I throw shade at Kevin all the time, and I still come back here next week. No, I don't hate him. We just throw shade at each other. It is what it is. I'm bald. I have no edges, okay? So I am fearless.
That's a new show right there. I'm bald. He said I'm bald.
Somebody got to take that and on that one too.
He went off about Tamar, but he was just, and he made a video, and I believe Trent made a video before about how women take from us, but they want to just use us as, I say an accessory. That's something I've never said, but it's like an accessory. Somebody you just pull out your back pocket. Oh, this is just my little gay. No, I'm a person.
Nene said it. Oh, you have a gay.
Yeah.
You have a gay too, or something.
And that's on the show. Like that's not. We are people, okay? Like we're not just somebody that you just pull out whenever you want, and that's convenient for the situation, and you go ahead about your business. Like no, we are human. We're your friends. We get you together. We style you. We dress you. We gays do a whole lot for the girls, and they don't get no recognition except for being someone's pet, bitch. No, but see, our situation was totally different because I feel like when I say like we're an accessory, I'ma just put it out there. It's someone that you hang with. You study them, see how they talk, and then you use that towards your character and make that you. But that's who y'all see on TV is not who she is. I just want y'all to know that. What y'all see is a character. That's the part that she plays is a character. So I take different things from this and then I make them who I am. That's who you see on TV. And she tells y'all that all the time, but y'all don't pay attention.
No, she does.
I do this because if I act this way, I get that. Y'all don't listen.
But you know what I'm telling you? Let me tell you something. You know what I like about her? That she does that is because she does it and she does it well. She knows how to play that role well. You know what I mean? Like some people can play that role and they just be like, oh girl, stop. But that role fits her. So she plays it well. Like you said, she takes bits and pieces. I remember when we first started, when we first met them, and then when people started seeing her in different places, and people who watched the show would always say, "Dad, you and Miguel act so much alike." You know what I mean? Because people saw a little bit of me and her, and this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. But I really like that about her because I'm like, okay, she knows how to pull that off very well. You know, to the point that if you don't know shit about the Scorpion show or shit about anybody else, you would think that she came up with that. And please don't tell her stands that she did.
Well, it's the truth. This is where it started, and for those that don't know, this is where it started. And no, there's no trademark on it, but this is where it came from. And that's it. But Justin, I don't want you to be getting no stroke over what Tamar say and what Tamar do. Just let her.
But shout out to him for
yes, because he went off.
Not even shout out to him for going off, but shout out to him for realizing and expressing how he felt.
Yeah.
And I have to go and watch the video.
And spending the day in court versus Tamar, it isn't even worth it. I just wanted to know it. He's like, y'all should sue them. No. No. I just, you know what though? I will say this. And when you talked about that being in the room, I do have those dreams where I confront her. Because all my feelings are not out on the table. I don't know, because I'm I can sit down and talk to her. That's all I want. I want face to face. I don't want the phone and I don't want the text and the email. I want face to face. And I'm gonna say everything that was on my mind and go ahead about my business. But I want people to know when someone says they're gonna do something for you, they have to do it for you. Or if they never do it for you, don't be sitting around waiting. You gotta make that shit happen for yourself. Because when someone really wants something for you, they will make sure that you have it. And I mean not make you wait months. years and then throw stuff back in your face about what didn't happen. So, you know, you got to make shit happen on your own. Don't sit around waiting for nobody. I want y'all to know that. And we can go on to the next topic. So, Mary, yes, Mary Cheney. That used to be my song.
That was the song.
It wasn't my song.
That was my song. But it was my song from day one. And I think it was just her part that was my part. And you know why her part was my part for that song, on that song for the longest time? Because for the longest time I didn't know what she was saying.
I still don't know what she's saying.
I just told you what she said.
I didn't hear you.
I think you kill for me, you die for me. I think you live on the street.
That's all she said the whole song?
No, that's the first part.
Wow.
But I can never sometimes. And then she goes on to the next part. But all I need to know is the first verse. And then she says, you know, just to me, that what we need.
I like the video.
The video was so real.
Yeah.
The video made me cry. Yes, it No, it didn't make me cry then. It makes me cry now. Yeah, now, not then. I don't mean
like what?
But one video that did make me cry when it came out was More Than a Woman at the end. Because they showed that video after she died. Yeah, that made me cry. I was like, oh my God.
VH1 used to do back in the day is they will tell you to watch their stuff at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you watch them at 12 o'clock, you can see the premieres and stuff early. That's when I remember seeing them.
Remember that? Yup. You kept
Play My Love.
Yeah.
All of them shows.
And then at 12 midnight it would come on, what's the name? Or was it in the
No, it would be in the afternoon. It would come on Sunday afternoon and then it would come on that night.
Yeah.
And stuff. That was the old school VH1. But now it ain't right there no more. But yeah, so Mary Cheney, let me tell you something. You don't. Okay, first of all, I know she's a lesbian woman and everything.
First, tell them who Mary Cheney is.
Mary Cheney is the daughter of Dick Cheney, our former vice president. And she went on a Facebook rant because I guess she's seen the ads for RuPaul's Drag Race. Sorry. Swallow shit. I did. That time. So nasty. And so rude. So she went on this Facebook rant because she seen an ad for RuPaul's Drag Race that starts March the 2nd.
And that's been on TV for how many years?
7 years?
7 years. It's been on for a long time.
Yeah, like 2008.
As long as the Scorpion Show.
Yes. That's been a long time.
Yeah, 2008.
And like RuPaul said, bitch, I keep the lights on that logo. I know that's right, RuPaul. You better get them together.
Hey.
So. He really got them together.
Take that and run with it.
So she posed the question, why is it okay for men to dress in drag and not okay for
white people
to dress in blackface? And anybody, first of all, any black person can tell you that, you know, dressing up in blackface has racial undertones, and it wasn't done as in fun to say, hey, I'm a black person. It was done to make fun of us and who we are and where we come from and the things that we do and call us all kinds of names. When men dress up in drag, yes, they imitate women, but they are entertainers. They are there to entertain people and have fun. Some people like to do it. Some people just like to dress in drag, but for this case, that's what this show is for. You know, they dress up in drag, they do different things, but they're not coming at women and saying derogatory things about women. So for me, for her to just ask that question, she deserved to be slapped in her face. Like I just didn't get where she was coming from to even think that she can compare drag to blackface. And plus, people of color, not just people of color, men from all around the world dresses up in drag. You only see one race thinking it's okay to throw the blackface on. It's like, oh no, it's just, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. Come on now. What you about to say?
I was getting ready to say, but you know what the interesting part about that is that there were a lot of African Americans when I posted this on Instagram. Not a lot. I don't want to say a lot because I don't want to give them that much. But there were a few who were trying to compare. They said that they didn't see anything wrong with it because then they tried to compare, of all things, white chicks. I said, how dare you? How dare you compare a movie called White Chicks to over 100 years of racial slander and bigotry? You're going to compare a movie called White Chicks that came out in 2004 to a whole century's worth of racial, of just bigotry from those who felt as though African Americans were less than, so we're going to throw in this blackface and make fun of them of how they just chucking along and just jiving on, moving on, how they can't speak properly and how they just act. You know, it just really, really confused me that it was black people who were trying to compare white chicks to blackface. It didn't make any sense. And then there was some who went even further and said, well, what about what Martin Lawrence used to do or Dave Chappelle used to do? I'm like,
Martin just dressed up as a Martin.
I don't care if Martin Lawrence played 10,000 white men. The fact that you would even compare that to blackface is beyond ignorant. And I don't mean ignorant as in, oh, you're just being rude. I mean ignorant as in, you don't know history. And somebody made a very great point. I couldn't find the post, and I was trying to find the actual thing, but somebody left a comment on my post and said, you know what, it's so sad because here you have these schools and these universities who make these certain courses mandatory, but yet something like American or Black history is not, especially Black history, is not mandatory. It should be mandatory so people like Mary Cheney can understand what it is that those of us, or why it is that us feel offended and we get upset when we see stuff like that. But you know what? Mary Cheney knew not to say this while her father was yeah, she knew not to say that, you know. But it's just so crazy that a grown woman, a grown educated woman like Mary Cheney does not understand the difference between a man dressing up in drag and blackface. And the fact that she would actually compare the two. The fact that she would compare the two. How can you even come close? First of all, I don't even look at when you said about, you know, dressing up in drag is entertaining. I would be careful because, you know, some people will say that blackface is entertaining because that's what they were doing. They were doing that back in the day to entertain folks, to show them, okay? But the difference is, for me, and I always felt this. I was never a big fan of drag and drag shows. It just was not my thing. But I always felt, and I never thought ever that these men who dressed up in drag, who did these drag shows, were somehow being disrespectful or trying to mock a woman. If anything, they were trying to show how the beauty of a woman, to show how women like to get dressed up and make and just show the beauty of it. Even if some of these men who were dressed up in drag didn't look so beautiful, but never ever in my something years on this earth have I ever heard a woman say I was offended that man was dressed up in drag. I've never heard that. Of course, we all know women out there who may not agree with a man dressing up in the dress. We all know women out there who may not agree with it. But I've never come across a woman who said, oh, I was offended that man was dressed up in drag. Never. So for Mary Cheney to sit there and say, to compare the two, it's just ignorant. And like I said, it's not rude ignorant. She's not educated enough. She's not educated enough. And it really ticks me off. It really ticks me off because you know what? For all the money that these college students pay to get a brain, some of them still don't have a brain that they paid to get. You see what I'm saying? All this money that I'm sure her parents dished out for her to go to college, and she still ain't got the brain that they paid for. I just don't understand. And it's always these college students that say and do stupid stuff, and you sit back and you say, how it is that you even came up with that when you went to school for 4 years, you walk around with this degree high on your forehead, which you should be very proud of your degree, but you have it stapled to your forehead, but you say stupid stuff like that. And for the rest of us who didn't go to college, we graduated from high school with high honors, the fact that we would know something like that, and you were college, you don't know nothing like that, it's just mind blowing. It really is. And it's so ignorant. Okay? Ignorant Mary Cheney.
And speaking of more ignorance, I don't know what's going on with these Republicans. Stacey Dash decided to blame rape victims for the when they go to those parties, she blames the rape victims because she said they want to be bad girls.
Oh, that's nothing.
They want to be bad.
Mike Huckabee, that is something. That's bad. Mike Huckabee, another Republican, he's comparing gays. To him, Christians accepting gays is like Jews. It's like you going to a Jewish deli and ordering bacon or something, and I'm like, what?
He better not run for president.
No, he's not running for president. Who's gonna vote for him talking like that?
Talking about I quit the show. I better be trying to run for president.
I hope you're not trying to run for president.
Not making stupid ass comments like that.
Like I'm trying to figure out what Mike Huckabee is stuck. Huckabee, whatever the hell his name is, Huckleberry Finn, he's stuck in 1955.
I think a lot of the Republicans and a lot of people that don't agree with equality, they are stuck in a certain area.
Yeah.
This is a new fucking era.
It ain't even about gay equality. It's just about
equality for all. We are not going to sit back and just be quiet and not let things. If we want to make change, I'm just so excited. Excuse me, y'all. We're not just going to we're not going to just sit back and just let people tell us what we can do and what we can't do, especially when we're taxpaying citizens like everyone else.
They take taxes out of my check.
Okay? That's right. So you want to tell me, I can get married, or I can't get married, because it goes against our religious views. Let people do. If people want to get married, let them get married. You leave that up between them and God. Because when they go, or when we go, we all answer to one. Now, if you don't believe that, that's your thing. I'm not forcing you, but my beliefs onto you.
That's right.
I just want you to understand that. So to say to people, oh no, you can't get married, or you're not a real man, because I've seen some videos with Steve Harvey saying, oh, you're not a real man if you're gay. Like I wanna talk to him one day.
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never. Steve Harvey has said some very inspirational things, and I posted a few of his things that he said on my Instagram account, and I probably in the future will post some other things. But that's as far as I'll go. I've never enjoyed Steve Harvey as a comedian. I've never went to him to seek out advice, like to go to his video and seek out advice. Those inspirational videos that I have on my Instagram is because I've seen them on other people's. I've never went to go search anything of Steve Harvey because he's never been that guy. Just like I'm not that guy that some people look to. Some people look at me and say, oh, I can't stand him. That's how I look at Steve Harvey. Not that I can't stand him, but he just does not stroke my ego. He just doesn't. He does nothing for me. He's never done anything for me, and I don't think he will. And Steve Harvey, to me, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm just going to say it. Steve Harvey, to me, is an undercover ignorant guy. He strokes his own ego with his ignorant mindset. This is how I made it, and you should make it this. But underneath all that, he's just an ignorant black man. That's how I look at him. I've always I never thought of him like that. I do like watching him on Family Feud, and I don't watch that Family Feud. Once the white guy on Family Feud, I stopped watching. I like his show, but I really like him on Family Feud because his reaction to them people and their answers to the questions. Steve Harvey just never did it for me. He just never did it for me. And what did you say he said again? Oh, you're not a real man. Because somebody had sent me a video
of like all the ignorant stuff he has said over the years.
Didn't he cheat on his wife before? Or
yeah, I don't know. That's what I heard.
Well, allegedly.
But you know,
real men don't cheat on their wives, Steve Harvey.
I do feel bad for his ex-wife because a lot of stuff is made to make her look like she was crazy and all of this stuff.
And the fact, but you know what, he fueled that fire too. Because at that time was when I was working at Huff, and so you know we used to listen to the radio station back then. And at that time, he fueled that fire too. And
talk about.
I mean, he would say certain things, and he would not go. But see, my thing is, he should have had that Sherry Shepherd tactic. Don't say shit at all. Because you know. Speaking of Sherry Shepherd with this whole thing with this arrogant, but that's what he should have did, especially as a man. But he didn't do that. He would just have these little things that he would say certain stuff, and I just be like, you know what? I don't respect a man who does things like that. I just don't.
Listen to Tom Jordan.
I listen to Tom Jordan too. But you know, at one point Tom Jordan went off the air. Remember?
And they put Steve Harvey.
And they put Steve Harvey in his face because that's all me and BJ listened to was Tom Jordan. And when they took Tom Jordan off, we had no choice but to listen to Steve Harvey.
But they had switched him to WRB. I don't know what channel he comes on now, but you know, there's a whole bunch of switching going on.
Tom Jordan.
Because I don't listen to the radio.
Me neither.
I don't.
Do I? Everything
is just computer, music, Devo, YouTube.
Let me tell you something. Today we were listening to the radio, and this guy had it on the old station. 07. No, not old school. Not that old. But
the old channel?
No, like 15 years ago old.
WDAS.
Is it 107 point something? It was 107 point something that we were listening to. But
107.9. Yeah, that's the old school with the Rex and stuff.
Yeah, but any of it. That's what we were listening to. And it took me back to high school. And it took me back to songs like I Just Sang. That was music. Those were songs. This shit now on the radio, I was like, I don't know what. That's why I said, and my friends always say, I can't believe you drive with the radio. You know, I don't turn the radio on in my car. For what? There's nothing on it. Why would I turn it on? No, I need to listen to this. You gonna be in this car for 2 hours with the radio on? Hell yeah. I need to think. There's nothing on the radio. And then they play everything over again within a half an hour. You're like, that song just went off.
Because that's how they keep their viewers and their listeners. They keep saying stuff back to back. But I'm going to piggyback to Stacey Dash. I just want people, it's not just women. I want people to understand when you go out to a party, you got to keep people with you because anything can happen. If there's going to be one of those nights where you drink too much, you need to make sure you have people that's going to stand up for you and not let anybody get you that drunk and let you pass out and carry you to a hotel room and do whatever they want to do to you. Because I seen on Dateline, not Dateline, what 2020. I DVR'd it, I ain't finished watching it. But it's just crazy how some of these football players and these guys be doing stuff to women. And
when these women have willingly give it to them.
No, they be passed out.
Like, no, I'm saying that some of them will willingly give it.
Some of them.
I know one thing, that one that Super Bowl last night, what's his name?
Don't say that, wait. I know where you going. I get where you're going. Just you said, you get where I'm going.
Oh, I better get it. If you don't get where I'm going, I'll come back and get you when I'm done.
Oh my God. But y'all just have to be careful. Gay men too, you have to be careful because anything can happen to you out there. You get drunk, you meet somebody, and they do something to you, and you have a night that you regret. So, you know, everyone has to be careful when it comes to drinking and partying. I'm gonna just put it out there. What Stacey Dash said was just fucking ignorant, and I think she likes to talk to hear herself talk. I really do. It's stupid.
What are you talking about?
So,
and who's her friends? Because it don't seem like she has any.
I don't know.
Nobody in Hollywood deals with her, though.
I seen something
except for white men.
With Donald Faison said, anything she does doesn't surprise me. Nothing.
I don't know what that means.
He knew who she was back on Clueless.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what does that mean? How is that relevant to that?
How is it relevant?
Oh, so that means that she was like
that on she's saying, and it doesn't surprise me. I said, all right. So.
You know, somebody said that to me once in the bedroom.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't surprise me that you can do that.
So that means they're not impressed.
No.
Oh, they weren't impressed.
Yeah, they weren't surprised. Bitch.
So, y'all know last night was the Super Bowl, and I watched the Super Bowl. It wasn't as boring as last year. But them commentators at NBC, y'all need to get it together. When you are commentating the Super Bowl, you got to hype these people to fuck up when somebody catches a play though. Yeah, see court the football and maybe a touchdown. No, bitch, you got to hype this shit up. $100 million. Yes, you got to go off. Because when you watch a Spanish game, they get a goal, they be like, goal! And they be going off. Okay, that's what I need. So, it was good because it was 14-14 halftime. Halftime, I had to get some of y'all girls together before Katy Perry got on the stage because I said, a lot of y'all hating on her blessing. Rihanna and Gaga, they will get their chance to have a halftime show, but now is not the time. Don't hate on someone else's blessing.
She didn't even that girl. The game didn't even start.
No, people were going in. I let her do a motherfucking thing. And she came out there, she showed what she could do. Wasn't impressed. I really loved the theatrics, but
that was it.
It wasn't the best halftime show ever.
But let me tell you something, she got her life.
Yeah, she did. Cause bitch, and then the day after, she was the most watched halftime show performance in the history of the Super Bowl.
I think every year it goes like that, right? So wasn't Bruno Mars more than Beyonce last year? Bruno Mars was last year, right?
No, okay.
Last year.
Madonna went first. They said Beyonce didn't top Madonna, and then Bruno Mars. I don't remember his.
I could have swore they said that he topped her. That he topped Beyonce as far as more views. And so now it looks like. So to me, it's like it's a pattern. Like every year it goes like the anticipation. That's all.
She had 118 million watchers, and when you got this is just in the United States alone. So that means, oh my God, like 1 out of every 3 TVs saw Katy Perry on TV. But this was my thing. Katy Perry, I thought that when first of all, her and Lenny Kravitz and that rock version of I Kissed a Girl, I fucking loved that. That was everything. But when Missy came out, okay, I thought that Katy Perry and Missy was going to do that last Friday night remix. I thought that they were going to do that. But she let Missy Elliott steal 4 minutes of her shine. And what you did with that, see, because my first tweet was like, oh my God, that was so nice that Katy Perry let Missy Elliott do her own song. Like, that's respect. But bitch, Missy pushed you out the way and did all of her songs. Bitch, she did Working, she did Lose Control, and she did, did I say Working? What was that? No, she ain't do that. It's another song. I'm just so excited talking about this because y'all know Missy's my girl. Missy, get your freak on. She did those songs, bitch, and Twitter went off, okay? Katy Perry was not only the trending topic, it was Missy Elliott. And when I went to bed, it was Missy Elliott. And when I woke up, it was still Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott stole Katy Perry's thunder, like, right from under Katy Perry. See, that's why when you're on a big stage like that, it's alright to pay homage to somebody, but see, you done had a chance.
She changed the clothes. Next time you do Beyonce did. You don't change the clothes, you do one outfit, and when you have your girls come on stage, you gracefully show them to me. Alright, bye y'all. On to your leg. That's how you do it. You don't never leave the stage.
Now I said, ooh. Missy is getting 3 songs. Oh my God! Hey, I went off, and then I looked on iTunes and I seen the tweets.
Costume changes.
Yes. Like it was. See, this is what I was talking about last year about the Super Bowl. See, Bruno Mars didn't have all of those fancy props and none of that shit. Bruno Mars is at his backup singers, and he fucking did that show. When you don't have that much, like, I don't know Katy Perry for her dancing or whatever, but I like her as an artist. I love her music.
She's fun.
But when you talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, you have to do all of those theatrics when you're limited to some stuff that you can do. So she had Dancing Sharks. One shark was doing his own motherfucking thing. She had the Mechanical Lion out there. She had the Star. Now I'm thinking the more you know. But it was
Rita Rainbow.
Yes, but you know what? It was beautiful. It was a beautiful halftime show. But when your music catalog is that limited, you had to throw in Missy Elliott to take over. I was like, OMG. I couldn't believe that. But I was just so happy as a fan of Missy Elliott. I was happy about that because that's the halftime show. You know how many people are watching?
I don't think she's ever been on a halftime show.
No, never been on a halftime show. And you got all of those people watching you, And now Missy done jump started her motherfucking career, okay? Like in my notes it says Missy's return. It doesn't say nothing about Katy Perry. It was just Missy took the spotlight. And Missy, all of her songs, like all of her popular songs are now like in the top 10 or 20 on iTunes. Like that's crazy. And all her albums is on sale for $5.99 too. Go pick them up, because I bought two that I had before, but I had to re-put them back in my collection. But Missy just did that, and then I was looking at her tweets today, and you know, it still makes me sad that she picked that. Make me sad to see that she think that people forgot about her like that. Like, you know, okay, like we like Missy, when are you coming back? What are you doing?
When I sent the tweet, like, there's no way on earth people in our generation could forget people like that, because we remember what radio sounded like. Okay, 10, 15 years ago, and it sounded nothing like this.
And it's not even just Missy, like herself as an artist. Y'all, a lot of y'all people forget that Missy was writing songs and producing them. Her and Timbaland is doing it. So it's just crazy. Like, Missy, we need you. And it wasn't even just your music, goddammit. It was the music videos too. Nobody was doing videos like Missy Elliott. I think, like, she set that shit high, okay? Anytime you in fucking trash bags, you wearing red this and, you know, with the glasses and making your hair eyeball and holding. Missy, like, yes.
Coming into my butt.
Woo! Halle Berry thing, like Missy was doing all of that stuff. You don't see that
music video. I got that.
Because I'm like, I don't know. But her as a Barbie doll and shit, Missy Elliott was the motherfucking shit. And then her last album was 10 years ago. And then now
we was in high school.
Yeah, Missy, I was out. You was out. Yeah, was it 2005? I think.
But wait, what was the album that? Oh, I forget the guy to sing me up, but
that was working. That was the 2001.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I knew I was in high school.
I was too.
I knew I was in high school. Okay. Yeah. Because mind you, I'm gonna tell you how I knew. Because Anitra was the only one in my class that knew the words to that. We all would be like, Anitra was the only one. And we just be like, every time we sing the song, we'll get to that part. She was saying it, we just like, wait, what are you saying?
Like, Missy, girl, don't, like, we have to miss you. Like, when you came out with Triple Threat in 2 years ago, maybe it was 3 years ago, I was like, all right, Missy coming back. Yeah, she coming back. This album called The Block Party, and it would never come. And then I was like, I'm not even more rushing Missy shit. I done waited this long. But now, Missy, now that you even got the young generation, the generation after us, they like, who the fuck was that? You know,
and
who was that?
People asking.
Yes, and Missy fucking killed it. Yeah. She said, what she did reminded me of what Patti LaBelle said. You give me that microphone, I'm going to sing. Okay. I don't care if I sing better than you or not. That's what it is. And Missy came out there and performed and fucking did that. She just killed it. And Missy, I need you to stop playing, get this shit together, okay? 118 million people. I know you got millions of new followers. Like, we want the motherfucking music and give us what we want.
I just thought about Patti LaBelle. She can't have the mic. And she goes, in the world of superheroes. That'll sing. Yes, man, you better go off.
Anything else I wanted to say? Into the Super Bowl, you know, I feel bad for the Seahawks because they shouldn't have did a throwing play. Bitch, you are right there at the goal line with more downs to play. And you throw the ball? I think that was stupid. But and I also think that what's his name, Malcolm Butler, he should have been the Super Bowl MVP. Not
wasn't?
No, he was not the MVP.
But I know who was.
Or that little eggplant. You are a hot mess.
I didn't say it, you did.
Hey, I'm just saying what was said. I mean, what's already singing. You ain't even got to look too hard.
No, you don't. It was just hello, hey.
I don't think they don't. I guess they don't wear.
No, because that's the part that's under the thing. No, they do, but I think that was under like the pants part.
Yes, you just saying pause it on every sprint. It was just sitting there.
That's when you know that's a black man. That's a black man.
But yeah, so shout out to whoever Malcolm.
Shout out to whoever it was that got Malcolm last night.
Yes, and shout out
to whoever it was that's gonna get him tonight.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
And shout out to Missy, and I don't want to give a shout out to Warren Sapp because he got caught hanging a prostitute
I gotta go Google him. I can't remember his face.
He's a football player.
I thought it was a gospel singer.
My heart attack. Get out of your life. Never would have made it. No, you wasn't. They said him and the prostitute was in the hallway arguing about how much he's going to pay her. What? And somebody called the cops, and that's why he got arrested. Look at him, dummy. War Brandon.
Look at arrested for soliciting prostitutes. And look at his mugshot.
And fired by the NFL Network. Mind you,
because he was working with them, right?
Yes. Bitch. I can see. I find it funny that in today's, I know. First of all, I know that coochie ain't free. I know this.
No, neither is that.
But you mean to tell? They must be doing some supersonic shit to be getting paid a lot of money to for these celebrities.
Let me tell you something. When you get paid a lot of money, this is the thing. When you get paid a lot of money like that, you'll do anything that the celebrity asks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he wants you to suck his toes, you'll suck his toes. If he wants you to go from the balls to the ass, you're going to go from the balls to the ass.
Some of them Twitter girls will easily, Instagram, because Instagram, because some of these girls are dots on Instagram, okay? And then y'all hate when y'all get called out by the celebrity who y'all sent the picture to.
Yeah, they hate that.
Yeah, and one of the preachers had the nerve to send a picture to somebody. I forgot, but anyway.
I'm tired of these preachers. I'm tired of these preachers sending pictures.
Yes.
Send me one. A picture of water. See, there y'all go. There y'all go.
I'm like, what?
There you go.
I'm telling you. Yeah, so anyway, y'all just gotta be careful, man. There are better ways to get around paying just for that service. Too many Instagram girls that will be willing to do it just because you even recognize who they were. I'm probably still gonna get cursed out for saying it. I know nothing ain't free. Of course I know that. Nothing is free. But come on now.
This pussy ain't free. Ain't nothing free. Never will be free.
Just know, out of all my experiences, I ain't had to pay for a goddamn thing. So we're gonna end on that note.
Well, I hope you want to charge that.
Bitch, you tried it, hell no. But what I'm saying is, no, you don't go out like that, y'all. Don't go out.
Hey, you got the good.
No, now see, when I'm 70 or something, you know, I might have to throw a couple dollars. No.
You may not have to throw a couple dollars. You may just be able to just,
hopefully I'm back. I was watching the case today on Judge Judy. This old ass man suing this girl. Now, bitch, you know you was her sugar daddy. And I'm glad Judge Judy threw the case out. She's 70. She talking about he touched me inappropriately. But yeah, he was throwing you $60, $70 and you kept taking it. You kept pocketing the money. And they want to try to sue him. And she's like, Judge Judy said, you still working for him, right? Yes. No, get out of here with this case. Do it right on out. Like, stop playing.
And they want to try to sue him.
Yeah, still work because he tried to sue her. And she was still working. So he was trying to touch me and you still collected a check. Oh, okay. Something ain't right. Do it out. So, yeah, so I have to go. Yes, before we go, don't do it, bitch. I binge watch Celebrity Apprentice. I'm on the 3rd episode.
Don't tell me about it because I watched that first one.
That's right.
And I already know that Rudy got kicked off, but I didn't even get to that part.
Oh, I'm over it. I'm over it. Jacob, you set that one up, man. You set it up. And then
set it up.
Yeah. So they're trying to say, it's not about this. The show is just not about the money. But it was about the money because she didn't raise as much money. And then, see, I thought the thing was they harped on Bill Cosby. No, they didn't just harp on that. Like, bitch, you the project manager and you only raised $7,500. Okay, but you would have went more if you would have got Bill Cosby.
But I kind of agree with Keisha though. I'm not gonna call him a man that I haven't spoken to in 8 years. They asked for money.
But then they went beyond that. But wait a minute, what happened to your other checks? Oh, well, I had people coming. No.
I'm just watching it.
That boardroom is intense. Oh,
they are dating.
Bitch, they worse than Ayala. Ayala sat down and was very embarrassing. Bitch. Ayala, she would get him together.
Hold on. No, we love it. You're talking too loud. I can see her now. But who could she be? Who could be her rival on there? Damn, I wish somebody like Kenya was on there as her rival.
But see, Kenya to me, this is her type of show.
Wendy Williams needs to be upset.
I would love that. I think she said they tried to, but she didn't do it.
Right, because of her show.
She should do it.
She should do it for her also.
Yeah, Wendy's on TV. You're on TV an hour a day. You could do celebrity breakfast.
Just because. Okay. Let somebody get off the
Let me tell you, Keisha Knight's exit, that was the best exit I've ever seen on the show.
Better than Dionne when she
was like, baby, you're out. No, because it was just all in the walk, okay? She walked out, whatever outfit she had on, she got in the elevator, she turned around, she smiled, that shit went down. When she came out, she had on this nice ass coat and just walked to the car, got in and closed that door with such class. I said, Claire raised that right there.
And didn't dash nobody.
No, she was like,
see, people don't realize the Cosby Show wasn't just a show. It was an instruction on how to raise your kids.
I said, Claire, you did that.
And how to be respectful to your parents. Because let me say something, Claire and Cliff ain't have to cuss. All they had to do is say.
Or look,
kids do.
Or don't ever let you start speaking Spanish.
Okay?
That's really in trouble.
Okay? Okay?
Yes, but Geraldo and Lisa Gibbons.
Please don't tell me who that.
I'm not saying, but they're my favorites. Lisa Gibbons and Geraldo, they're my favorites. And Vivica, girl, you just be sitting up in that boardroom perch, waiting for somebody to try you. She be waiting. And Ivanka, you tried Vivica. Talk about, you ladies are very articulate. No, bitch, you thought that she was going to be that ghetto girl you see in the movie. She fucking tried. Bitch, watch all of episodes. I'm on episode 3.
Okay,
because they like, I'm at 5 eliminations. I'm at 5. So
yeah, because they playing back to back to back.
And tonight at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. Tonight I'm gonna watch it, even though I know some people will be fired, because I gotta see that fight with Kenya and Vivica.
I know, but I gotta go so I can listen.
Go ahead. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all on Friday. All right, peace. Go ahead. Yes, bitch.